Welcome back to the Tales of St. Gwen. This will be a 3-part series where St. Gwen is an order Famulous. And so to begin. Is this punishment for messing with Tim's respirator? I ground out, tossing my pistol on top of my spare blacks.
It is not punishment,
Inquisitor Scully said, watching me.
This is a mission.
Mission to be a nanny, I said, tossing my heavy blaster in as well.
It is not uncommon for Sisters of Battle to be assigned to an elite family on Terra or other planets.
Yeah, Order Famulous. Basically nannies.
Nannies with a purpose,
Inquisitor Scully said, though he could not hold back the smile he had. I don't deal well with children.
You don't deal well with anyone,
Inquisitor Scully laughed.
Tim expects replacement for his respirator.
He can get, I said. I have to take care of a screaming child.
Children.
Excuse me?
The family you're going to watch over breeds like rabbits.
How many?
Oh, only 7.
I sputtered at that, my mind stopping suddenly in its tracks. I watched him almost saunter out of my room, my brain finally working when he left. What? I cried out. I stood by the docking bay, waiting for my shuttle to arrive, when I heard the familiar grinding of gears. Come to say goodbye? I asked Tim. I couldn't help but love the glare he gave me as he came to stand next to me. Oh, no words to say, I asked, basking in my pettiness for a moment. I had been on this ship for 2 years now, and every day for 2 years I had told Tim to fix his respirator, yet he never did. So I took the initiative, and I fixed it for him. By that I mean I had taken out the vocal modulator he used in daily conversation and thrown it overboard. You're much more likable without the sandpaper voice, I said, resting a hand on his shoulder, though your gears are still rusted. With complete malice, Tim shrugged my hand off and punched me in the stomach with a data pad. I felt the wind be knocked out of me, almost making me fold over. As he walked away, I tried to catch my breath, bring oxygen back into my lungs.
Miss you already,
I gasped out, rubbing my solar plex. I boarded the ship a few minutes later, having regained my composure and sat with my datapad. It was a breakdown of the family I would be watching over. Names, ages, all the usual stuff that came with this kind of debrief. But at the bottom, Inquisitor Scully had written some notes.
It is possible that this family was somehow involved in a blood cult that I have been keeping an eye on. Your mission is to figure out if they are a part of that cult, or if my information is wrong. If they do end up being part of the cult, you are to dispose of them quietly. You will report to me every week and relay to me what you have found.
Every week? I asked no one. How long does he think I'm going to be there? From the shuttle, I took a general cargo ship across 2 systems, watching people come and go at different ports, till we came to my stop. I grabbed my duffel bag, making my way out of the cargo ship, blinking at the sun as I entered the port. The port, like the planet, was full of expensive-looking shops. High-fashion people walked around, and the buildings were modeled after ancient Greek architecture of Terra. It definitely stuck out compared to its normal citizens. I scanned the crowd for street names, wanting to find the home as quickly as possible. What I found was a man holding a sign with my name on it. I narrowed my eyes as I went over to him, towering over him as I stepped up close. Is there some reason you have my name on a sign?
The Countess asked me to collect you,
the man said, trying not to quiver under my gaze. Collect me?
The city can be large and hard to navigate if you don't know it, he spoke again. The Countess wanted to make sure you made it safely.
I nodded at the man, who then scurried over to a car, and I got in. I barely fit in the car, scrunching my legs up. The car moved through traffic until it pulled up to a monstrous house that had green ivy growing over its marbled surface. I got out of the car, grabbed my bag from the man, and followed him inside. The moment I stepped over the threshold, I closed my eyes in pain. The screaming of the children running around the room was far worse than Tim's sandpaper of a voice. The children ran around, not noticing or caring that I had just walked in. "Children, please," a regal woman spoke as she came down the stairs. "Our new guest has arrived." I could tell that she was the mother. The lines on her face showed her slight age, but her voice showed how tired she was. I was almost sympathetic for the woman, but then one of the smallest rudely tried to grab my bag away from me. "Oi!" I yelled, making them all stop in place. "Line up!" All of them ran into a line, looking at me. "Thank you, Sister Gwen," the woman said, walking over to me. "I am Countess Claudia. These are my children. You're missing one." "Excuse me?" she asked, surprised by my tone. "My debrief told me you had 7 children. I only see 6 here." "Oh, you mean Olivia," Countess Claudia said, nodding at me. "She doesn't come out of her room often, only for meals. I do hope that your influence teaches my children's manners." "I'm here to observe and aid," I said, narrowing my eyes at the rude children, "though I am not here for behavioral modification." "True," the Countess said, nodding. "Here, let me show you to your room." I followed her up the stairs. Entering the room, she motioned. The room was elaborate, with a plush bed and a writing desk. "I don't need this plush of a room," I said, looking at the Countess. "Perhaps not, but I want to thank you for agreeing to come and aid me." I tightened my lips, nodding at her. I hadn't agreed to it. Inquisitor Scully had set this all up. I had just been a pawn for him to play. As the Countess left me to settle into my room, I saw the room across from me open slightly. My eyes connected with a pair of green ones briefly before the door slammed shut. The short time the door was opened, I saw a contrast of red against the white marble. I closed my door thinking. None of the fabric used in the house was red. Wasn't part of the furnishings that the Countess had. Pulled out my pistol, sitting it on the plush bed, and looked at my closed door. "So, Olivia, what are you hiding?" Thank you for coming to part 1 of 3 of St. Gwen being a nanny. If you liked the video, please give it a like, comment down below, subscribe, as this all helps the channel greatly, and I will see you in the next one.